But we saw
all right, guys, breaking news. Kansas City parade shooting just occurred. This is breaking news where 8 to 10 people are hurt. Open fire during the parade celebration of the Chiefs winning in the Super Bowl. This is breaking news. Hit that like and share. This is crazy. Hit that like and share button for me. I would appreciate it. Let's get right to it. Let's understand what the hell is going on.
Okay, and thank you, and break in at any moment if anything happens from your vantage point. Just go ahead and take it away from us. Greg Daly of KCTV5 News has just reported that he says our KCTV5 crews at Crown Center are now being told to leave the area. He says, please be safe if you or someone you know is nearby. So we continue to hear reports about police activating and moving to different locations in this area. We'll continue to stay on air with you and for you to report to you what has happened after the Chiefs championship parade. Here we see another ambulance either departing or arriving to the area. But an unreal situation today, and it goes to show you this is why city officials, this is why county officials gather and spend so much time planning these parades to try and consider every possible scenario, every worst possible scenario. And that's why they had up to 900 officers on site there to try and keep people safe.
Yeah, and we are getting confirmation now. As I mentioned, Children's Mercy Hospital has confirmed that they have received some patients. The number is not determined, but University Health also confirming that they have got patients as well. We're going to go to Janae Hancock now. Janae, where are you?
Yeah, we just received update from Westin Hotel. Apparently, we are all sheltering in place right now. What you're taking a look at right now is the Kansas City Police Department. They have their guns drawn, and it looks like they are waiting for someone to leave the parking garage. And they're actually on both sides of the parking garage. A lot of police officers were running in this direction that you're looking at right now, and that's why we kind of moved towards this area. So we're waiting to see who they are waiting for. We also see a lot of the ambulance making their way to this area as well. We've seen several people on stretchers also. So right now we are just waiting for more details, but that is the latest information coming in that Westin Hotel is officially sheltering in place. No one can leave as we wait for more details from the Kansas City Police Department as to why they have their guns drawn. Not sure if anyone, maybe a shooter, the shooter is inside of the hotel, or if they know of anyone else that is inside of the hotel as well. So we are just waiting for more details. But as I continue to look around towards Union Station, Matt, if we can kind of pan towards this area, still taking a look at that tragic scene. So again, this area was filled with so many fans and families that were excited to be here. And just an hour ago, maybe not even under an hour. And as you can see here, people left their belongings just sitting on.
Everybody, I'm getting footage from Twitter. I'm getting footage from TikTok exclusively. I'm gonna show, but I'm not gonna show nothing against policy, nothing gory. I'm not gonna break Facebook's, YouTube's policy, but I will show what I can, and this is where you're gonna see it here in Novesity, where we cover true crime. This is insane, guys. On Facebook, share, tag somebody, guys. This is breaking news. On YouTube, hit that like, hit that sub, get involved. Let's get active.
Were the Kansas City Police Department. They still have their guns drawn out, could be waiting for someone to come out of this parking garage. So again, just a tragic scene that we are seeing here, guys. People are slowly starting to make their way back to this area. Here's another car that is coming out of this parking garage as well. So it looks like they are letting people leave. Let's see if they'll let this guy get out.
Younger kids who were over here, and they were talking about, they were just walking.
Hold on. Let's see what she says. Hold on. Yes, I got the video footage right here, guys. I got the video footage.
The camera pans off of you, so hang on 1 minute. Samantha, if we can get you back in frame of the camera.
All right, guys. Now, I do got some video footage, but it's super graphic. I cannot show that. What I can do for supporters and members, I might display this privately on the cord. I cannot show it publicly. It's bad. It's bad. People are. I'm looking at it right now. Hold on. This is the audio. It's bad. It's bad.
Oh my gosh, shot. Back up.
It's bad.
We can only hear you when you're looking right into the camera. If you could, to tell us what is happening near you.
All right.
Oh no, we have oh, there you go. Can you repeat what you just said? We missed the first part.
Yes, Carolyn, Brad, when we were first getting here, we saw some sheriff's deputies who had some large guns, and they were heading into this building back here towards Crown Center. We weren't told of anything, but it was headed that way. And it seems as if officers are still on high alert over here. We were talking to some people who were nearby when they heard the shots fired. They said they thought it was fireworks going off for the parade. Many of them sharing emotions of being extremely scared and worried about the situation. We saw tons and tons of people walking, and the traffic is still extremely heavy here at Union Station, getting in or out.
Samantha,
Brad,
are you hearing from people trying to leave? Are they nervous, or how are people reacting to this where you are?
I saw a woman in a car crying on our way here, and they were right there, they said, and we saw some younger kids who were over here, and they were talking about, they were just walking by when they heard it all go off. Some people said that they were sitting on the hill when they heard these shots fired. A lot of them just describing it as a scary moment, just especially because this was supposed to be a day of excitement.
All right, we've lost Samantha Boring right now as she was describing the scene there. Our Scott Reese is also on the ground. Scott, if you can hear me, what are you seeing and where are you specifically?
Hey, Brad, I think I lost you here. Hopefully you can hear me, but we're near the corner of Pershing and Main, and you can see the...
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see who's in custody right now. Hold on.
You put in like any other...
I'm hearing that there are somebody in custody.
commotion behind me in terms of the police and official vehicles. I count 7 ambulances and I don't know how many police cars, lights blaring. We are across the street. You can see actually our crews still on the rooftop overlooking the scene from the Crown Plaza, which of course is where we were broadcasting during the parade and the rally. So apparently they have...
Guys, I got the moment when the shots were fired. I got that video. It's right here. But I won't be showing anything gory, nothing bad that could get me demonetized. This is for educational purposes, but also your local news from where you're at. And yeah, this is nuts. Hold on.
been asked to...
Back up Main, you might have not even realized there was a problem because it was only a certain side that heard what turns out to be now gunfire erupt on one end and then the mass exodus on the one side. So if you are just now joining us, that is indeed what happened. 2 people we had heard reportedly taken into custody by police, and now a large police presence there after at least 8 to 10 people have been hurt by either gunfire or the result of the mass exodus from the gunfire, one way or the other. And now we are kind of shifting our attention to another area right there on the catty corner, the Western Crown Center there. There seems to be another source of concern at the Western Crown Center.
Okay, and we do have breaking news about what's happening right there. Our Janae Hancock is there. Janae?
Yeah, guys, I do want to draw your attention to just outside of the Westin Hotel. Earlier, just a few minutes ago, we saw a lot of police officers kind of drawing their guns out, looking like they were waiting for someone to come out of the parking garage. Well, we just learned that someone has been apprehended inside of that parking garage. Now, if it's a man or a woman, we don't have those details just yet. But what I can tell you is that the scene is now clear here at the Westin Hotel. We just received that information just a few moments ago. Now, Matt, I do want to turn things over back to these hotel room windows where you can see a lot more Chiefs fans have come to their windows waiting for more answers. They probably have their televisions on inside of their rooms, waiting for more answers, waiting for more details. And like I mentioned earlier, a lot of them were outside, anxiously waiting to come outside of their hotel rooms earlier this morning. And now they are back in there fearful and looking for more answers as of right now. One man even has a set of binoculars that he is looking with to see exactly what the scene looks like outside of Union Station, where we just saw thousands of fans here earlier.
Guys, if you know anybody who's in this tragic event, please tell them that they can feel free to call me or anything for more information that I can get out there to the general public. Please DM me now, or I'm going to post it in the description of this video on Facebook and YouTube.
Day. So again, we are seeing some families. There was a little girl just waving at us. And again, a lot of people are just waiting for more answers right now. But that's what we can tell you, is that someone was just apprehended inside of this parking garage. But just a terrifying and heartbreaking scene. Again, I want to draw your attention back to the outside of Union Station, where you can see there are a lot of belongings that are still left outside. A lot of people that are still actually standing outside of Union Station as well. But you see paper, you see pom-poms that are on the ground, you see a tent, you see all types of belongings as people were cheering on the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce not too long ago. And the scene has completely changed just within the last few hours. So just a tragic scene out here. We are waiting to learn more details, but that is the good news, is that these people can leave their hotel rooms now that the scene has been cleared here at the Westin Hotel. So another person is in custody. So that's some good news that is coming out of this situation. But for right now, Brad and Carolyn, I'm going to toss it back to you guys in studio.
Yes, thank you so much for that report. There had been so many questions about that, Janae, about what was happening inside there. So yeah, we can tell you, as to Janae's reporting, someone has been apprehended. People who had been told to stay and shelter inside of the Westin have now been told that they can leave. So to what Janae just said, finally a bit of good news.
And the bad news is that we are hearing of up to 10 victims. Severity of injuries has not been confirmed just yet, but we are hearing from our sources with University Health, which is...
Hold on. If you're just tuning in, my name is Nove. Welcome to Novesity. We cover true crime. What just happened is Kansas City Chiefs parade where 10 people have been badly injured. It seems to be a shooting in that parade, and now it just recently happened, just now. I have a lot of videos. I can't show these videos. It's actually like bad. I have a whole bunch. I can show stuff that is not graphic. I can actually show you right now. I'm gonna show this a couple of times where the shooting actually happened. Take a look. Have a look.
Guys, something's going on. Something's going on, guys.
There's more than that, guys. There's a bunch more than that.
Which is formerly Truman Medical Center, Children's Mercy Hospital, and St. Luke's, that they have all received patients. Again, conditions of which we are not confirming just yet. We do also have KCTV5's Nathan Brennan out at Pershing and West Penway. Nathan, what did you witness? I know you were initially along the parade route in the thick of things.
Well, I tell you what, Carolyn, we actually weren't at the situation when it happened. We'd actually pulled out and we were heading back towards the station when this incident went down. But I want to go ahead and give you a look. So right now we're at the intersection of Pershing and West Penway. And as you guys can see, this is part of what makes this situation so dangerous. Still so much traffic, so much congestion, people unable to get out of the area. And we actually just spoke with a family from St. Joe. They were traveling from St. Joe and they were waiting for all of this traffic to clear out. And they were right in the middle of this. We actually spoke with a grandfather and a grandson who are about 100 feet from the situation, and the grandfather was describing the scene and just saying that he was just hearing pop, 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 hearing those gunshots, grabbing his grandson and just running frantically. And that was the situation that he was describing. I mean, he was just talking about how chaotic the situation was and just everyone just running frantically and cops turning people other ways in different directions. So a very scary situation. Again, you're getting another look here towards Union Station. As you can still see, so many people, so many cars still trying to pull out of this area, which is making this so dangerous. So again, people trying to leave this area, speaking to some of these families, we actually asked them, they said they didn't want to go on air because they're so shaken up from this situation. So we have families that are traveling from...
Again, guys, if you are anybody who was there, you can call in on the show. DM me immediately. I will give you a call if you was there. Please, if you was not there, I'm trying to make this go out there in the public, let people know what's going on, make sure everyone is safe, give people educational knowledge on this event, on their surroundings. Please, if you know anyone or if you were there, please DM me, comment in the chat, let me know, and I'll give you the call on the show live here right now.
From far away that aren't even here in Kansas City, just trying to get home, trying to return to their loved ones as well. But we'll give you more updates again as we start to gather them. We'll toss it back to you guys.
Nathan, thank you so much. Be safe out there, and we just want everyone to get home as quickly as possible from this. Very, very scary scene still. They're all around the entire area of Union Station and to on over to Crown Center and on up really the parade route too. It's time to get everyone out of downtown. We're going to go to Gianni Navarro now for the latest on what you are seeing from where are you right now, Gianni? Right near the corner where it happened, right?
This is so terrible.
Yeah, Carolyn, unfortunately, near where it happened, I'm on Pershing Road and Kessler Road.
I want to take the time out to acknowledge those victims. I'm very sorry. My love goes out for you guys and the families. Hopefully no one is deceased. We don't know. This just happened. Again, hit the share button for me, guys. Let this go around. Let people know that this just happened, and be safe. If you are harmed in any way, please call 911 in your local area. If you're hurt or anything, please be safe. Be clear. We love you. Again, if you're okay from the situation, if you are all right, if you are past this already, I would love for you to call in the show. I want to know what happened exactly. Please, what happened?
We are behind police tape and where all the media is being set up right now. Now, before this, I was actually on the opposite side, but right now you can see a heavy police presence. There is EMS on scene, paramedics, fire here on scene right now. But I was actually on the opposite side on Grand Boulevard because I was covering the parade originally, and I actually made my way over here. While I was making my way over here, I was told I was unsafe, so I made sure that I was in a safe location. I was able to find that. But in the meantime, before I got here, I was talking to a few families, and I was asking them what they experienced. And, you know, some say they heard the pops and the shots, and some others say they didn't, but they just saw everyone running, and it was chaotic, so they just started to follow the crowd and run as well. I spoke to one father and son who said they were just trying to get by Union Station. All of a sudden, they told everyone to shelter, lock the doors, and they were locked into Union Station for a bit before they were released. So, but the main theme here is everyone is kind of somber and upset because today was supposed to be a day about celebration, celebrating our Chiefs and their back-to-back victory, and all of a sudden something like this happens. So everyone says they are saddened by what is happening here, but of course everyone I spoke to was safe. This is definitely a tragic event, but I will definitely let you know any more details as soon as I get them, you guys. Carolyn, back to you for now.
All right, thank you, Gianni.
All right, and we should...
All right, they're still developing the story. I'm hearing that there are a couple people in custody. There's no images, no details about that just yet. I will post that immediately. Mooney, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate that very much, guys. Thank you so much, Mooney. I appreciate that. I got a lot of videos, guys. I'm not going to lie, but it is graphic, and I cannot show that. It will get flagged. We don't want that. Stuff like that you can always find on Reddit, Twitter. That's it. And probably the dark web or stuff that is not Google, but... Again, I can show that on Discord. I'm going to show it to the members exclusively for now. I just don't want to get flagged. I got lost over Nove's Facebook sides. All right, let's continue this because this is still developing.
I should tell you that we're going to get to Scott in just a second, but Kansas City, Missouri Police will be holding a news conference with Mayor Quentin Lucas in just a few minutes. All right, now we can get back. Sorry about that, Scott. Take it away.
All right, Brad, just a couple of quick updates here. I'm still just across the street from the Crown Plaza and probably 30 yards or so from the reunification point here at Main and Pershing, and everything looks quiet there, and I can confirm it is quiet. I talked to one of the officers, and he said that all families have been reunified, so there's nobody outstanding in terms of family members unaccounted for or anything like that, so that's some good news. I also asked about the incident in terms of apprehending a suspect inside the parking lot here at the Crown Plaza, and he said to me that was a separate thing. So he wouldn't elaborate on exactly what that was as opposed to what might have been going on at Union Station earlier, but apparently we may have multiple incidents here going on simultaneously. Guys?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like, Scott. You're right.
Wait a minute. I'm getting a video. I'm not sure if this is it or not, but these are the people arrested. I'm not too sure. Hold on.
No way, bro. Bro. No way.
I am not sure. You might be looking at victims. Again, I cannot confirm that. You are watching it right here. I am not sure that these are the victims. I just see that 3 people are arrested.
Bro.
1, 2, and 3.
Bro.
I am not sure. I am not clear. All right.
No way. Bro.
I'm going to keep continuing. I have a lot of videos, guys. A lot.
It's apparently an incident separate from the shooting in front of Union Station, but nevertheless, people are absolutely terrified down in that area. Parade goers who were there, not sure what to think, told to evacuate, and then all of a sudden those who were trying to evacuate, some of them were told to shelter in place again. So it has been a harrowing afternoon, and the reports that are coming out, multiple people hurt, 8 to 10 people hurt, some victims at Children's Mercy Hospital. Mind-numbing to think about that this day started as a celebration of our team that just won the Super Bowl.
Everyone, I have another video. Again, nothing graphic is being shown. Nothing. I want to be very clear on that. This is another video right here. I want to show you 2 of how many people were there. Elizabeth! Again, Elizabeth, thank you so much. Elizabeth just gifted 20 memberships over at YouTube. Head to you. Elizabeth, I'm going to come back to you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. So much, Elizabeth. You can see, look at all these people. This is insane. Look at this. So many people. This is insane. So you can see the police are entering the building. There seems to be either someone was the shooter or someone with the gun, the weapon, going into the building. Oh my gosh, you either got SWAT, first responders. Kimberly Bruce, thank you for the 100 stars. This is insane. Now, there is a video that I cannot show. It's right below that video. Someone, sadly, you know what? I want to be very careful what I say. I cannot show that either. I can show you exactly what happened here, but I have to, you know. So people are scrambling away. Somebody fell. Oh, wait, are they capturing somebody? Wait. Wait a minute. Wait. Wait. Wait a minute. That guy with the yellow jacket. Time out. Was he the one arrested? Wait a minute. Wait. Good job. Good. Get his ass. Get his ass. Another one right there. Look right there. Wearing black. So two of them. So as you can see, the one in the middle and the one before. We're going to rewind that. Laura with the 10 stars says, with the 10 super chat, she says, started as a celebration, sad it ended up like this. Glad that they have someone in custody. They have more than one. And you're looking at it right now. The individual you see right here, right? The black hoodie. Take a look at this. Wait. Oh, no, none of them are. These are not. This is probably something separate. So whoever showed this video, these are probably not the people. Probably not. This one you can't confirm. But this one, definitely. Have a look closely. That's insane.
Yeah, that was what the day was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a celebratory party for Kansas City, and now no doubt a panic scene and a crime scene that will last for a few more hours at least as they investigate what exactly transpired here, and no doubt will.
Remember, guys, respectfully, I'm asking you respectfully. I know this just happened, and my condolences to the families, to these people. But if you know anybody that can call in the show to get us some kind of information that I would love to tell the people, please message me, DM me, call in the show. It's in the description, the phone number. Text that number, be like, hey, I was there. That phone number is in the description on Facebook and YouTube. Cheyenne with 1,000 stars. Thank you so much, Cheyenne Taylor. I appreciate that. Elizabeth again. Elizabeth with the 20 gifted. Elizabeth, we thank you here at Novesity. Thank you. I appreciate you so much, Elizabeth Maddox. Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. One confirmed dead in Kansas City shooting, says Phyllis. My condolences. My heart cries out for you. I'm so sorry.
A black eye on what was to be a bright spot on Kansas City's history.
Well, this is making national, international news right now. This is what's being reported on, not just in Kansas City, but all of the major news outlets around the country now. looking at Kansas City, checking out what is happening. And you're right, this is not it's not a good look for this city, especially when the city was it encouraged people to gather and to party as one, to celebrate their Kansas City Chiefs, and it's anything but a celebration now.
By all accounts, was a fabulous day up until just about 2 o'clock. We are now getting towards 3:30, and we understand that Mayor Quinton Lucas, who had been up on that stage celebrating our winning team, will join the police chief of Kansas City, Missouri, here with a news conference, and we will bring that to you just as soon as they get started talking here, because we are anxious to. This is such a wide scene here, and it has.
Guys, I'm getting the pictures, the images of the individuals in total. The images of the individuals in total. Facebook, I got the images. I got the images right here. Hold on. So this so far, people deemed to be the people responsible for this. So we got the individuals that I showed you. This guy right here. May they rot in prison if it was them, if found guilty. And okay, now you see the individual in the hoodie? I'm not sure. Okay, so there was a guy with a jacket, a mustard jacket and black hoodie. This one has a gray hoodie. This one has a gray hoodie. Elizabeth! She says, missed you. Did you miss me? Absolutely, Elizabeth, we missed you. Of course. Oh my God, Elizabeth, you're wild. Elizabeth, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Keep up the awesome work. We will, Elizabeth, here in Novesity. We get the facts. You already know. Talking about the Kansas City Parade massacre that just took place. And again, my condolences to the family. This is terrible news. Thank you for hitting the share button, guys. I appreciate that. We're doing this live. I'm trying to give you guys live updates. I got the images right here. Who police arrested during this massacre. This is terrible. Elizabeth, we thank you over here so much.
It's been hard to kind of gather bits and pieces from each corner. And so we are hoping that Chief Stacey Graves can kind of bring it all together for us and kind of at least surmise what has happened and assure us that indeed the scene is safe now.
Well, and that's what, for our viewers at home, as you're watching, I mean, you can tell that there's still crime tape up. There are still such a heavy police presence. We had a shooting incident right after the parade, and then anywhere from 40 to 45 minutes after that, there was another incident across the way inside a hotel where then guests were told to shelter because there was an incident. We're not sure exactly what happened there, but again, we've seen there are still many ambulances on the scene. We have seen officers with guns drawn as of just 20 minutes ago. The scene has calmed down since then, but a massive.
Guys, they're doing interviews right now with people. Hold on.
What they just described there, of course, we're waiting.
They're doing interviews with people right now.
Information to be.
Have a look. They're doing interviews right now with people. Interviews.
We were told, you can see the podium there off to the right of your screen. We also have another shot that we're keeping an eye on here, another angle of this news conference that should be getting started here very, very soon. While we watch for this, though, we're also keeping an eye on other feeds that are coming in right now. It looks like we have some more witness reaction. We want to play that out for you here.
On?
Yep, you're good.
Okay.
Taking them live.
And Hunter, is it confirmed that... Okay. What are your guys' names?
Nicole.
Peter.
And you guys were near the fountains? Nicole and Peter.
And
okay.
fountain, if you want to
Do you guys want to scoot that way?
You're live, woman. You're live.
Hi, guys. Yeah, we're here.
Okay, so you can see a reporter here getting ready to talk with some folks at Fox 4 in Kansas City. She's just addressing them, talking with them for their newscast. We're going to wait for them to start talking here to play that out for you as we wait for this news conference to start.
All of a sudden, this guy came running through the crowd, and he's like, "Get out of my way." And we were like, okay. And then this family came up to us, mom, dad, and like a 9-year-old and like a 5-year-old, and they were bawling. And they said, "We just saw somebody get shot in the lawn." And I said, okay, we need to find the police. Like, let's like rally up. Let's find the police. And then all of a sudden, the crowd started just rushing us and like trampling everybody. And so we kind of moved about, and then we heard gunshots.
Marred by a shooting today.
Wait, press conference, press conference. Press conference, everybody. Press conference. Press conference. Everybody hit that like and share. Like and share. Like and share button for me, guys.
Hi, everyone. I'm Quentin Lucas, the mayor of Kansas City. I'm joined today by Police Chief Stacey Graves, our Fire Chief Ross Grendison. After I'm done speaking, Police Chief Graves will give details on the incident that happened earlier today. A few things that I want to make sure we note at the outset. First, today, we had 600 Kansas City, Missouri Police Department officers, 250 from outside agencies. We went out today, like everyone in Kansas City, looking to have a celebration. That celebration was marred by a shooting today. And we recognize that there are some who are injured. We are praying for the safety of everyone. I've talked to a few different folks. City Police Department. One, we've spoken to the
Hold on, guys. I got a better one. Hold on. I want to get this right. Hold on.
About that, a truly tragic day, and we are.
Oh, they're frozen. Oh no, why? They're frozen.
Multiple gunshots, and she is traumatized because she actually saw
Kansas City looking to have a celebration. That celebration was marred by a shooting today. And we recognize that there are some who are injured. We are praying for the safety of everyone. I've talked to a few different folks so far. One, we have spoken to the Kansas City Chiefs, who made clear that their prayers are with everyone who was at the parade today, everyone in Kansas City, and everyone who was touched by this incident. They also noted that their players, coaches, and staff are all accounted for at this point and safe. We, however, note that this is a fluid situation, so all that we are sharing now may change as the hours go ahead. We've also received a call from the White House that offered all federal assistance in the investigation. We had federal agencies present today. We appreciate that, and certainly in the days ahead and the hours ahead, we will make sure we continue to do this work. I will say personally, first, a thank you to the women and men of law enforcement, to the women and men who work with the Kansas City Fire Department and our other agencies. When the shooting started, I, like many others, ran for safety. I saw a number of agencies, including the Kansas City Police Department, officers with guns drawn who were running towards danger. We thank them for that. As I was leaving the scene, I saw members of our Kansas City Fire Department administering aid to folks who were seriously injured without concern for the shootings and the challenges that were near them. This is absolutely a tragedy, the likes of which we would have never expected in Kansas City, and the likes of which we will remember for some time. However, I want to say thank you to those who are making sure that we are safe today, those who are investigating this incident, and those who will continue to make sure that those who committed these acts today are brought to justice. We'll come back for some questions at the end of the Chief's comments, but now the Police Chief, Stacey Graves.
Chief Stacey Graves, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department. At the conclusion of the Chiefs rally today, there were shots fired on the west side of Union Station. Immediately, officers responded to the area, took 2 people into custody, and also immediately rendered life-sustaining aid to those victims. We're still gathering information on the number and the status of victims. But like I said, we know that one of the victims is deceased. We also know that officers ran towards danger. Officers were there to keep everyone safe. I'm angry at what happened today. The people who came to this celebration should expect a safe environment. We had over 800 law enforcement officers, Kansas City and other agencies, at the location to keep everyone safe. Because of bad actors, which were very few, this tragedy occurred, even in the presence of uniformed law enforcement officers, who again ran towards them and took them into custody. To the people who were injured in this tragedy, our hearts go out to you and your families. This investigation is just beginning, and we are working safely to clear all surrounding areas and businesses. This is still an active investigation. We will continue to keep you updated. We will keep you updated on Twitter and most likely a follow-up press availability. Did you have anything? No. One of our victims has been declared deceased. We have.
Hold on. I think another victim has now been deceased.
Right now, we have up to 10 to 15 injured by. Yes. Right now, we do not have an exact number of people who were victims of a gunshot wound. It could be upwards from 10 to 15 with one deceased. Do you know how many are in critical condition at this point? I do not have conditions on our victims just yet. Any believed to be children? I do not believe that any of them were children. Any law enforcement injured in this? First responders? Nothing of note.
Chief, what do you guys believe now prompted the shooting?
I do got the images of the people who did it.
Investigation. I myself was outside when I heard the shots fired. It is an ongoing investigation. It's going to take us a little bit to determine exactly what led up to the shooting. I will say, though, we do have 2 suspects in custody.
2 suspects?
I have heard that as well. I have heard that fans got involved in the apprehension or the pursuit of one of the suspects. I cannot confirm that right now, but that is something that I have heard myself. Yes.
So can you talk about when this started, sort of a timeline from there to the point where your officers responded to the point where you had KCFD helping to
absolutely
your first aid?
As soon as the rally concluded, there were shots fired on the west side of Union Station. Officers were on scene in the area. I know one of the suspects was immediately pursued on foot. Like I said, there's 2 suspects in custody. I have heard the information that was just requested. I will confirm or deny that. But after that, immediately officers began rendering life-sustaining aid, calling in fire, which is the fire department, to also assist those victims.
Do you know if there were more than 2 people taken into custody? Because we had 2 people, after you guys had made your announcement, there were 2 people in custody, 2 people live on our air being taken, handcuffed, put into vans. So can you talk about that and the process as this investigation continues?
I don't know exactly the 2 that you're talking about that your camera caught on video being loaded into a wagon. I don't know that, but I can tell you that in and around that scene, it is still active. Not active in necessarily threats, but it's a very active scene. We're still investigating. This is still early on. We still have parties that are walking into hospitals.
Do you know anything about the suspects in terms of where they're from? Are they from?
I do not know that, but that's something that I also will be finding out.
2 questions. We are hearing upwards of maybe 20 shots. Can you talk about the number that you heard?
I'm hearing 10 to 15, possibly 15, with the one that is deceased.
And do you know anything about the timing? It seems odd that it's waited to the very end of the rally.
I don't have anything about. I can't give you an answer on the timing. I can just say that that's when it occurred, and we are investigating what led up to that. Maybe once we get some of those details, we'll know why that happened at that time. But right now, it's still too new.
Chief, is it just one incident or multiple incidents that injured more?
That is something that is under investigation.
Mayor Quinton Lucas talked about how you were on the ground and you yourself had to run for safety. I understand we're still waiting on a timeline and trying to understand what exactly happened. But we were having a Super Bowl parade, and this is what the country is talking about now. What is your message to this city at a time like this?
I second the comments about the chief of police. I'm heartbroken. First of all, I'm praying for the victims and the families impacted. I start with them. I'm incredibly upset, disappointed. I was there with my wife. I was there with my mother. We never would have thought that we, along with Chiefs players, along with fans, hundreds of thousands of people, would be forced to run for our safety today. I think that I'll let the investigation shake out before coming to any further conclusions, but I think the initial response absolutely is anger. You know, we have done a number of these now, and this is a day that a lot of people look forward to, something they remember for a lifetime. And what they shouldn't have to remember is the threat of gun violence, marring a day like this, injuring them and their families. This morning, I was actually thinking about bringing my child, as many people in Kansas City did. And I don't want us to have to, in our country, for every big event, think about a concern of being shot. As the chief noted, we had a lot of law enforcement officers there today. They did exceptional and outstanding work, and I will second that again. Because on your timeline point, I was inside of Union Station. We heard something. A number of us start running, and I see a stream of officers going the exact other direction, in with guns drawn, ready to address danger. And that was the situation throughout. People who responded absolutely immediately. But I wish that we lived in a world where they wouldn't have to do that. I wish we live in a world where we wouldn't have to see incidents like that.
All right, guys, so far I have no one who is there at the moment. I do have one person on Facebook who I'm talking to, but I'm telling the individual to seek attention first before calling. Your priority, your health, your medical attention is needed before anything. So I'm talking to the individual in the chat. I'm not sure. I mean, not in the chat, in the DMs.
All of us start to become members of this club that none of us want to be a part of, which is those who have experienced mass shootings. I hope for Kansas City this is one of the last times we experience that.
Were players in any danger at any point?
What's that? Sorry, go ahead.
Players in danger at any point?
Was I in danger?
Or were any of the players? Chiefs players?
You know what? I think we'll let the investigation take a look at that. The police department responded effectively, I think incredibly quickly, to make sure that people would be out of harm's way. That being said, a number of us had to flee from a situation because we heard a sound of gunshots. So I'll let you answer your own question in terms of whether you think that's something that puts you in danger or not. In my view, anytime shots are nearby, you don't know where they're coming from, you don't know who's firing them and all of that, then perhaps there is a situation of danger. But
thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. We're going to get back inside.
Can I ask a fire question?
Of the 10 to 15 injured, like you say, are all of those gunshots on it? And do you have a sense of how many, or are some of those also critical in injury?
We've covered that. We don't have that information.
I just have a fire question. Hold on. 10 to 15 is what we have. Potentially 15. One deceased. I don't have a condition on the other gunshot victims.
Those are all gunshots.
Correct. It's correct.
We don't know how many.
One fire question.
No, I do not.
Because Chief Graves said there
We're going to have a lot of updates later, guys. We got to go inside and gather this information. I appreciate it.
What are the updates, Jake, later?
All right, you've been listening to a news conference.
I just have one. Excuse me. I just have one thing to say. This is not Kansas City. I'm angered by what happened, but I want you to know that the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department and all the law enforcement officers that were there today, that were serving and protecting, did the best that they could, and I'm so proud of them that they ran into danger, getting 2 people into custody, and at the same time rendering life-sustaining aid to those victims. We were here for a safe celebration, and because of 2 bad actors or more is why we're standing here today. We will recover as a city. My heart goes out to our victim who is deceased, but your police department stands ready, and we are invested in the safety and betterment of Kansas City. Thank you.
Visibly upset, Police Chief Stacey Graves saying this is not Kansas City, as she just briefed us on what happened earlier right after the parade celebration. Stacey Graves saying that there is 1 confirmed dead person in this, 10 to 15 others injured. They don't.
The sad thing about it is that this is Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day, it's so sad because the people who are injured, people are celebrating 2 things: the Kansas City's parade over their victory in the Super Bowl, and Valentine's Day. It's just sad. Catherine, be very careful what you say on YouTube. You will get banned. I don't play that. No racism, please. Get that, you know? Just let's yo. I don't play that racist thing.
I don't believe there were any children involved.
Maybe
That's
some injuries.
Right. They don't believe, but she's saying she doesn't believe there was any children involved. So we'll wait to hear. We hope that's the case. She also said 2 suspects in custody, and then praised all of the first responders who were there when the shots were fired, who immediately, with guns drawn, ran toward danger.
Ran towards it, yeah. And you were seeing there as people were definitely being funneled in as quickly as possible into Union Station to take cover in there. And officers, as Mayor Quentin Lucas was one of them inside Union Station, saw those officers run exactly the opposite direction towards it. And that's why the situation outside seemed to be contained fairly quickly. But then another situation emerged at the Westin Crown Center, completely unrelated, but just on the other corner of that intersection.
Right, and people were told to stay inside at that point. I wish we would have got some clarification from the chief or the mayor about what happened in that incident. But clearly, such a massively chaotic situation today. And this just left a lot of people shaking their heads. R. Neil Jones was right there, basically in the line of fire. Neil, I know you were very close to what happened.
Well, guys, this is where we were. We were just inside the this intersection here at Pershing and Kessler, about 10 minutes till 2. Anyway, and we the fans are leaving. There are thousands of people on the street, hundreds in the intersection, and suddenly, as the police said, a number of gunshots. Could have been as many as 20, may have been 15. I think it happened over a period of about 10 seconds. My photographer thinks it was even quicker, so it was very, very fast. People began to run at us in fear, in utter fear, because they've got their children, they have their parents, their grandparents. This is video that we shot at that moment, in the moments after it happened. Police going in immediately, trying to find out where the gunmen were, running from different directions. People running in all directions, trying to escape the gunfire, trying to get their family members, their children out of danger and into safety. It was a chaotic situation. People began to treat people who were wounded almost immediately. Our photographer says he saw 2 people who were given CPR on the ground before they were taken on golf carts or on stretchers to another area where they were treated. Eventually, there were a number of people who were taken out of here. There was a man that I heard someone say, that's a suspect. I don't know if that's correct or not.
So if you're just tuning in, basically 14 people are now injured, 1 deceased over a mass shooting that took place in Kansas City. Parade celebrating the Chiefs' victory on Valentine's Day as well. They do have 2 suspects in custody so far. This is breaking news. This just happened, I would say, about an hour ago. We are live about an hour. Yeah, this happened about an hour ago. Actually, an hour ago. And multiple victims are injured. I can't imagine couples being injured on this terrible, this is on this beautiful day, on this terrible event. This is terrible. This is terrible. I do got a couple of images, but I cannot say for sure it is a fact that these are the people who are involved in this mass shooting. I will show it in just a second. Let's continue real quick.
But police subdued somebody right over here near the intersection. There were police officers who were...
Yes, what he's saying is correct, and it's right here. I have the video where they were subdued by people and as well as law enforcement. You see 2 suspects. One is running right here. Look right here. Up to like 8 people pin this guy down. And then another victim right there pinned down by law enforcement. Absolutely insane. Jennifer says, Thank you so much who gifted me the membership. That was all Elizabeth. Thank Elizabeth in the chat.
Running west on Pershing towards the highway. And people said the gunman went that way, and a number of police officers ran that direction. We don't know if that's correct or not, but that kind of shows you the abject terror that was going on in the situation. People trying to find a safe place with their families going in every direction, police running in, trying to figure out who was who and what was what. And as we saw in the video, it was a chaotic situation. I had a chance to talk to 3 people who were escorted out about 25 minutes ago by police from the crime scene. They said that they were eyewitnesses, not to the shooting, but over in front of the stage. And they said that they witnessed the police subduing and arresting someone over in front of the stage. There's no confirmation of that, but that's what 3 eyewitnesses told me about 25 minutes ago. So this was the scene, and that's where the shooting happened. We'll send it back to Brad and Carolyn.
Yeah, Neil, thank you for your eyewitness accounts there. Just unbelievable what transpired just moments after the victory rally for the Kansas City Chiefs there.
Guys, I am getting more videos of this tragic event. I know you guys want to see it, and please don't hate me, don't dislike me, don't give me no boos, but you have to understand that I have built a platform where in which if I show these tragic videos, you will no longer see this channel ever again. Christina with the 500 stars. If I missed you sending stars over my Facebook, my beautiful Facebook people, I am so sorry. Again, Cheyenne Taylor, again, thank you for the 1,000 stars. Teresa for the 100 stars. Kimberly Rice with the 100 stars. Thank you so much. You guys are incredible. I do have those videos. I'm trying to figure out a way to show you guys it without breaking any policies, because they would take this video down live. You don't want that to happen. So I tell people all the time, join my Discord. It's that simple. Join the Discord. It is in the description, or put !DC in the chat. I'll put it right now. That's the Discord. I'll do it right now, okay?
At Union Station this afternoon, again confirming now one person was indeed killed by gunfire, and 10 to 15 more have injuries as well. 3 local hospitals reporting that they have received patients into their hospitals, and we're waiting to hear confirmation on their conditions, but we understand 3 critical and 5 now in serious condition this afternoon. Also down in that area covering the victory of Kansas City today was our own Scott Reese, and he joins us now live as well. Scott, I know initially you were up on top of the balcony there on the west end, and now you're down on the grounds below. What did you see and hear initially?
Well, initially, Carolyn, we heard the pop, 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 and obviously we all looked at each other and realized that something was decidedly wrong, and we saw moments later just score.
Getting information that video that I just showed you were the suspects. So far, it is on Twitter by NWokeness stated that those 2 were the suspects. I'm getting live, updated information for you right now over the Kansas City shooting. This is a tragic event. My heart goes out to the victims. This is terrible. Breezy with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, Breezy, with the 5 gifted over at YouTube. YouTube is going crazy today. Breezy, thank you so much. Shout out to Breezy in the chat. I'm getting more information right now. I'm going to show it on the screen. Give me 1 second. Again, Breezy, thank you so much. Let's watch it.
Scores of officers running into Union Station from all sides. And, of course, the mass chaos that Neil was describing ensued after that. I did just talk to one woman who didn't want to go on camera, but she was a witness and says she's not sure how close she was to the gunshots, but from the sounds of things and everything that was going on around her, she felt like she was pretty close to it, and just describing more of the sad testimony that we've heard from others, that she hit the ground immediately. She said there was yelling and screaming, children's in the vicinity not knowing what to do, looking around, and obviously parents screaming, worried about their kids. And she now was asking officers if they could give her a ride home, because one of her friends was among those taken to the hospital, and she can't get an update on him. So obviously there are still folks here in the area who not physically injured themselves were very much emotionally scarred and continue to be emotionally scarred by what was going on. One more ancillary update. Some of the folks here that were working the events for Fox Sports told me that their gear, a lot of it obviously is still inside because they had to evacuate immediately, and they've been told that they can't even think about going back in to get any of it until tomorrow. So obviously there's a lot of investigating still to be done and a lot of remaining questions on many levels here just outside the facility. Guys.
Absolutely harrowing afternoon, Scott. Thank you for your report, and to what Scott was just saying about, people who are still there on site. The one woman saying, or the one person saying, the person I came with is in the hospital. Can you imagine all the people who decided not to go to the celebration, not to go to the parade, and were watching on television, but knew maybe one of their children, a brother, a sister, a loved one. I mean, one of my kids was at the parade, and I got a text, and when I found out they were okay, I mean, huge sigh of relief when you find out one of your kids is okay that's just been, near a mass shooting. So it just strikes so many people, not just the people at the parade, but so many people who knew people who were at the parade. It's like, oh my gosh, are they okay?
Right. I'm hearing from a friend who was in the lockdown at Weston Crown Center. That has since been lifted, but she said, boy, that was a scary day with her little kids in tow. Let's hear from more eyewitnesses who were there to see what transpired there near Union Station this afternoon.
There is more interviews from people. I also have an interview with two kids that was there. 2 kids. Kay with the 300 stars. Thank you so much. Elizabeth. Elizabeth, no, you did not. Elizabeth is giving everybody crowns? Elizabeth, congratulations on your new badge. Congratulations, Elizabeth. I appreciate that for another 20 gift. They're giving out badges for everyone over at YouTube. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you so much.
All of a sudden there's a shooting. They're like, get in. We're locking the doors. We're locking the doors now. We're locking the doors. And they just locked the doors on us inside Union Station. Like, I don't know, but like, Kansas City got to do better.
Kansas City must do better.
Well, and
absolutely right.
And that's what we heard from Chief Stacey Graves and Mayor Q. Kansas City has got to do better. There's just violence after a day of what was an unbelievable celebration. The air has been let out of Kansas City, and one dead. Our hearts are broken for that family, and as many as 15 people hurt. Our hearts are broken for those families who are now waiting and wondering about their kids or about their family members who were hurt. So much to digest as we continue to follow this.
On a day that obviously we want to, as a city, put our best foot forward.
Right.
All the spotlights were on us today from all over the country, waiting to see how we would celebrate.
And now they're on us for the wrong
Chiefs.
reason.
Exactly right. And you just mentioned the press conference that the mayor just held with the police chief. Let's go to KCTV5's Angie Racono. She was there at that press conference. Angie.
Hold on, guys. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate you sharing that video. I did have this video, but in a clearer version that they did arrest someone. It's right here. It's a little messy. I don't like it, but I guess it shows something right here. Have a look.
No, we tackled him.
We tackled him. Yeah.
When we tackled him, the gun came out. You're good. Who's the other guy? Back up. Hey, I got the gun. I got the gun. You filming this?
Yeah.
Oh, so that was the guy. The one with that mustard jacket. That was the guy. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, Stacey. Shout out to DC. Yeah, absolutely. DC in the chat over at YouTube. Big supporter.
Yeah.
Who was the other guy that helped me?
I don't know. I think he took off already.
On Valentine's Day, this is nuts. Nuts.
Chiefs who made clear that they're...
Hold on, guys. Hold on real quick. Is there another live update? Hold on.
Yeah, and that's what the chief said. You know, this is not Kansas City. She talked about how disappointed she was at how this ended. Here you have hundreds of thousands of people coming together to celebrate, people behaving, people doing the right thing, and then you have a couple of bad actors that just ruin it for everyone. And then the mayor talked about, you know, he was there with his wife, he was there with his mother, he almost brought his child. So a lot of people just feeling the heaviness of today, and there's still a lot to be worked out as far as the investigation. We do know that 2 people have been taken into custody. As far as the number of people who have been injured, 1 person has been killed. We know at least 10 to 15 other people have been injured. It sounds like those people have been shot. But then on top of it, you have people who also have other injuries because they were running, possibly getting trampled. And the chief saying, you know, we're still seeing people show up at hospitals. So this is really still a developing situation that we're all monitoring. But that feeling that you're talking about people being so happy and then just being so disappointed and disgusted and sad over how this has finally ended here for everyone across Kansas City. Carolyn and Brad. Absolutely. You could hear it in the mayor's voice. You could hear it in the police chief's voice. They do not want our city to be known for this. Angie, thank you.
All right, we want to get right back out to some other. We've talked to so many people who were there.
Over at Discord, DC posted something. I tell people this. I tell people to join the Discord. This is the Discord. Discord is not a paid service. Discord is not nothing you're paying for. It's just an app where we all engage and talk. Beautiful people in there. We got DC. We got G Girl 518. We got Danny Flores. We got Stacy. We got Jules, we got Tara Mick, we got True Crime, we got all these beautiful people here. Now on Discord, people post things that we talk about or updates or information. So for instance, DC posted one of the shooters allegedly, well said DC, I love that, blended right into 2 suspects have been apprehended. There are about 10 to 15 injured. Well said, DC, damn it. I want to be very clear. I saw a racist comment. Please take the racism out the chat. I let people say what they want. I'm just saying that I saw a racist comment. Please be mindful. People, that individual think the person arrested is black. The individual right there is not. But also, there are 2 black officers arresting this person. So keep that in mind. You're so focused on this person saying, you know, this specific color, but look who else arrested the person. Please, no racism. That's all I want, okay? Out the chat. That's all I want. Much love, respect to everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Prayers go out to the victims. Let's all get along, because if they can't get along, these individuals that committed this horrible act, at least, you know, keep the chat clean at least. So that was a very good post, DC. So one of them, that was the guy that I do believe that was apprehended that I showed you at the very beginning.
Here's some more stories of.
I really want people to know that this just does not define us.
Well said.
Very well said on this Valentine's Day as we try to celebrate our winning team. We're going to go now to KCTV5's Joe Hennessy. He was there along the parade route earlier today. Joe, did you hear anything where you are? Are you hearing from parade goers?
That sentiment continues here hours later. People saying we need to do better. People telling me here, seems like we just can't do anything in Kansas City anymore. We had that incident with the car driving throughout the parade route years ago, still talked about. Now, a much sadder event happening at such a joyous day. So we're standing here, West Penway and Pershing. And earlier, when we first got here, this is obviously where the parking garage, you have to exit to get out. Obviously, that side is closed with the stage and what was happening with the rally. So people had to leave this way. So when we were first arriving, we started seeing more and more of those cars cars leaving the garage. It seemed like everything was okay. You feel for those people in their cars because, you know, they hear the shots or they see people running or they see something incredibly tragic, and now they're just sitting in their cars and we see them and we know what they are going through. And it's very unfortunate. A lot of people here saying it's just a sad day overall. It was such a happy day, and now it is not. Now, I got a different perspective from somebody else who was actually at the rally. He was on the lawn, and he said he didn't really hear anything, and he didn't see anything. He just saw a bunch of people running either way and just thought, it's kind of weird. I mean, I guess the rally's wrapping up. But then he looked up, and he saw the snipers on Union Station aimed and ready to go, and he knew in that moment something's going down. Something is very bad. And then as the morning progressed, or the afternoon progressed, you know, he's learning more and more, just as we are learning more and more. It's very sad, very unfortunate. A lot of people shaken. A lot of people don't really know what to do right now, don't really know how to feel, and it's just very unfortunate, guys.
Yeah, highly unfortunate. Thank you so much for your report.
I'm getting an update right now. 15 people are injured. 15 now. One is still deceased. This is a live update. I'm getting a video actually up close. Hold on. This is a... Hold on.
Reporting out there this afternoon. Yeah, we were hearing even from the mayor that he was in that area. He was one of those that was told, get inside Union Station right now. Of course, in the thick of it, you don't know which way to turn.
Don't know which way to go.
You don't know which way is the safer way, right? To go away into Union Station or to run from it. He was one of those told to go into Union Station, others told away. Whatever the case may be, he said as he was running in, he saw officers running towards the danger. Let's listen to what Mayor Quinton Lucas had to say.
When the shooting started and the challenges that were near them. This is absolutely a tragedy, the likes of which we would have never expected in Kansas City, and the likes of which we will remember for some time. However, I want to say thank you to those who are making sure that we are safe today, those who are investigating this incident, and those who will continue to make sure that those who committed these acts today are brought to justice.
You can clearly hear a saddened Kansas City, Missouri mayor this afternoon, literally an hour after he had just been on stage singing the praises of our fine city. It's devastating.
Oh, you can hear the disappointment in his face.
Sure
I mean,
can.
you're right. I mean, he'd been on top of the world, and then there he is in front of the media trying to explain what had happened and the tragedy and chaos that ensued.
Different story.
Our Scott Reese is on the ground there, kind of in an area where it kind of looks like you're by yourself now, Scott. So many people have kind of evacuated the area, want to get out of there. You're in an area where so many people wanted to get to earlier today. How times have changed.
Yeah, no doubt, Brad. It was interesting hearing Carolyn a moment ago talking about the reports of how half the people seemed like they were running into Union Station and half the people seemed like they were running out, because that was what was so perplexing when we were watching this in real time, was just this stream of folks really from left to right running into the facility and then exiting out the right side of the building. But yeah, my current vantage point is right across the street, and these were prime seats. I mean, this is where everybody was clamoring to be as they watched the rally this afternoon. And to the left, you can see an area vacated and now taped off with caution tape, crime scene, obviously. And so the aftermath is a heck of a lot messier than it otherwise might be. You say, well, garbage after a parade and a rally is obviously nothing crazy, but consider...
That's crazy. Guys, look how quick. Like, just look at that for a second. Kelsey with the 145 stars. Thank you so much. And Janice with the 145 stars. Thank you. Take a look at that. That was not just an hour ago. Wasn't even like this at all. At all. At all. Take a look at this. Yes, I know people say they join the Discord. I'm going to show the videos after the podcast. I can't show it during the live. I can't do that right now. Right now, oh, there's another development. Oh, they got images of the celebrities that were there. Holy shit. Jesus, chicken strips. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot of graphic videos that I cannot show. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, someone says show it when it happened again. All right. So for the people who don't know, it happened like this. This is probably like the beginning of where it happened. You can hear it. You can hear it. Okay, so that's initially where it happened. And then you're going to hear, listen to it more. Listen to it more. Remember, that was Union City Station. Correct, chat? Is that correct? K. Cole with the 10 gifted subs. Oh, my God. You guys are crazy today. Shout out to K. Cole in the chat, everyone. K. Cole in the chat. Thank you so much, K. Cole. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much, K. Cole. K. Cole!
Guys. Something's going on. Something's going on, guys.
And that's basically like what we got for now, as in like what happened initially. There's no like later or before. I'm not sure. I think the camera was cut, but look at all these people. Look at all. How can someone, how dare you, take out a full-blown weapon or weapons and try to, like, I'm not sure what the motive was. If it was like a gang-related thing, just a gunfight, or they were, a regular fight, or did they had intentions of literally slaying people? 15 people. That is insane. Like, how can you wake up and be like, yo, I'm going to do this? You understand what I'm saying? Chat, do you understand me? Do you get, like, you understand that? How can you do that? How can you get up and just commence? I don't understand that. That is like innocent children, women and men. How can you do that? These are thousands, hundreds of thousands of people just to celebrate. And on Valentine's Day, think of the elderly people. Jeez, like, I can't. Anne Marie with the 145 stars. Thank you. Shane Taylor with another 1,000. Jesus. Cheyenne Taylor. Thank you, Cheyenne Taylor. Cheyenne, thank you. How are you? That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Look at all these people, bro. I cannot imagine. Now, I don't want to show anything graphic because, yeah, there. All right, hold on. Oh. Oh, yeah, I can't show that. Jesus.
We celebrated the Chiefs' victory in Super Bowl 57. It is very sad to know that Stacey Graves, the chief of police there, who is fairly new, is now having...
You can see the police making their way down, I believe, to the station.
...to respond, and it looks like...
Chat, let me ask everybody a question in the chat. Yes or no? Do you believe that there's more than 2 people? Do you believe there's more than 2 people in this? You heard those shots. Pa 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 pa. Do you think there's more than 1 or 2 people? Comment yes or no in the chat. You're one of the most, you're the one to pronounce the name correctly. You're amazing. I watch you both on YouTube and Facebook. Cheyenne, thank you so much. Thank you. You're amazing.
In some active duty situation right now, it looks like they're going now below ground there. There are some tunnels and some basement areas under Union Station. I don't want to speculate on what's going on there, but This was a fear that I had, and I know that law enforcement, the FBI, they have spent over $1 million this year. Went from $750,000 last year on security up to $1 million now to try to secure this, I believe, a 2-mile route that the players, other dignitaries, I was actually in the parade last year along with Congressman Emanuel Cleaver. Of course, we had nothing to do with the Super Bowl. We celebrated the Chiefs' victory in Super Bowl 57. It is very...
Somebody on YouTube said something that there was 2 different incidents. Is that true? There were 2 different incidents where this happened? No way. Really? There was another incident? I didn't hear that. I only heard about the about this. Whoa!
Critical. Nothing against you. Maybe
the people who were in that spot.
No.
Critical. Nothing against you. Made me pick one.
Yeah,
I think Ladarius Sneed's phenomenal, but there's a bunch of young guys in the secondary that are signed, and you can. So if you have to pick one, for me, it's Chris Jones.
Justin?
Yeah, I just think he's one of those guys that comes around once every 10 years, and Brett Veach and company do a great job of.
Wait, is that what happened? Wait, hold on.
We're running
on Pershing Road towards the IRS building, towards Penway Point. And I would say probably no more than 3 minutes after that, a second round of gunfire then happens, what I presume from the IRS building. Masses start running back this way. People are diving under the semi-trucks that are parked here, running in all sorts of directions, grabbing loved ones. But it was just, I mean, honestly, just hysteria from up here. Trying to yell at people, telling them to run because we didn't even really know where the shots were coming from. But just, you see this on the news already. So you just pray that no one is hurt, no one is struck, and that everyone clears the way. So that's pretty much what I saw from up here. Just chaos and disruption and just scary, very scary. It definitely, to me, sounded like a semi-automatic firearm for sure, from what I know. But yeah, 8 to 10 that way, and then I'd probably say roughly around the same down towards the IRS building. So very similar shot pattern.
Okay, boy, a lot to unpack there, because he's saying that there were 2 different shooting areas.
Shooting sites.
2 different shooting sites.
Which is the first we've really heard of that, although we have heard again and again, this seemed to have been or originated from an argument between 2 people.
Right.
So maybe that is what he's referring to in some way. We're not sure, but we're going to try to get to the bottom of all of these details. He so aptly described it as hysteria.
Well, and you could tell from his vantage point, he was looking right down on it. I mean, and was so close that he could see, someone who had been shot and someone who clearly needed treatment, and was able to hear all that, see all that. And, that's another thing you don't think about is, everyone was worried about the people there on the ground. You're up in your apartment or your condo, and all of a sudden you hear what you think is gunfire, and then you're looking down on the street and you're seeing somebody who needs attention.
You're trying to tell me that this was a fucking argument? I'm trying not to curse. I've been trying.
At the tail end of what had been
this was
glorious celebration.
a disagreement, argument between 2 individuals, and it led to this? You couldn't do this anywhere else? Literally.
Are they coming from the crowd?
Are you kidding me?
Where is this coming from, and how do I know where to safely run? Let's go back to Neil Jones, because he was faced with that very question right there down amongst the parade goers and all of those Chiefs fans. Neil?
Yeah, we just lost Neil temporarily.
But he was close. He was like 35 yards away, he thinks, from where the gunshots rang out initially. He was fairly close.
Yeah, he and photojournalist Greg Melota were basically right there on top of the scene, and have been giving us the most complete reports, or I should say, the closest, nearest to the scene reports about what happened. I mean, Neil was.
Now, we don't know initially, but that's what the reporter, the anchor, just said to us. So it's pissing me off, and I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm hoping everybody's in recovery.
As they could tell,
the most.
This wasn't just a couple of people who were down. Now we're hearing, we can confirm 10 to 15 injured. We don't know exactly how they were injured or why they were injured, but presumably if there were that many shots fired and there are that many people going to hospitals, this is a very, very serious situation.
Tommy Craig, welcome to the family. Familia, welcome to Novesity Nation. And as well as there was another individual. Guys, we're still live here. This is ridiculous. Shanae D, welcome to Novesity Nation. Hold on. They're getting more information. Hold on, guys.
And at the time, you don't know if it's gunfire or just fireworks, but you know this. People are reacting in terror. They are running towards you. They are running away from it any way they could do. And these are families of people. So many children have out here. This is some video that our Greg Malota shot in the moments after it happened. As we rushed in, we were setting up to do a live shot and to interview people about what a great day it had been. Instead, we're covering what is a tragedy. Greg said that he saw 2 people being treated with CPR right there on the ground. We also saw law enforcement subdue a man. I heard someone say that's a suspect. I have no idea if that's correct or not, but it was an awful scene as families tried to get their loved ones, older people and young children, out of this situation. And it took about 5 to 10 seconds to realize this is gunfire. People are laying down on the ground. This is more than just fireworks and somebody having fun. This is something very serious. I thought the gunfire lasted maybe 10 or 12 seconds. Our photographer said he thought it was less than that. But all I know is a bunch of pops, like a string of fireworks going off, and just absolute tragedy ensues.
Hey, Neil, quick question. We just heard from an eyewitness who heard this from his condo. He thought he heard 2 different shooting sites. Have you heard?
I can't speak to that.
Right. Okay. I just wanted
have not heard that, and I can't speak to that. Police officers here at the scene have not been forthcoming with information. I mean, that's not their job. Obviously, one of their public information officers met with the media, but it was a scary, scary scene when it went down.
Yeah, this witness we're talking about definitely said it must have been a semi-automatic weapon, had to have been just by the rapid succession of gunfire. Neil, thank you so much. We are so glad that you are okay this afternoon. Thank you for your reporting.
Yeah, he was too close.
Too close.
Too many people were too close to that, to what happened. The thought that people would attend a parade with a loaded weapon is beyond me. But that's what happened, and now Kansas City and those families who were affected, they deal with the aftermath. But the mayor and Chief Graves really wanted to make an emphasis about how, prior to this thing going south here, is that so many of those officers and the Kansas City Fire Department and all the first responders, the medical personnel who were there to try and keep things safe had done such a great job. But they really wanted to make a point of emphasis that, look, when there was gunfire and when people were in danger and when this was clearly a life-threatening situation, not just one, not just a handful, but scores of Kansas City, Missouri police officers ran with guns drawn, ran straight to the danger. Yeah. And they have dangerous jobs, and what they were doing was immediately then administering CPR or once they were trying to apprehend the suspect, immediately trying to render aid to people. So it's just been such a wave from one emotion to the other today.
Yeah, and in a split second. All right, let's go. Where are we going next? Oh, we have the police chief talking at that press conference a little earlier on. We're waiting to hear from her again at the top of the hour. Here's what she had to say when she did address the media and the Kansas City public here just shortly ago.
I'm angry at what happened today. The people who came to this celebration should expect a safe environment. We had over 800 law enforcement officers, Kansas City and other agencies, at the location to keep everyone safe. Because of bad actors, which were very few, this tragedy occurred, even in the presence of uniformed law enforcement officers. who again ran towards them and took them into custody.
Yeah, again, reiterating what you were just saying. The police chief there of Kansas City, Missouri, saying basically she's saddened by the fact that this had to rain on our parade, so to speak. Let's go back now to Scott Reese. He was also on the balcony there of Weston Crown Center, is now on the ground there below. The scene has changed significantly in the last hour or so, right, Scott?
Extremely significantly, yes. Off to my left, the corner where an hour or so ago there were probably 30 official vehicles between police, fire, ambulance, and now, as you can see, it looks almost normal other than the yellow caution tape, which barricades the scene. And same story behind me at Union Station. If you walk by right now, didn't know any better, you would think this was just the aftermath of a parade and a rally, again, except for the yellow caution tape, which is strewn everywhere. Going back to what you guys were talking about, asking Neil if he heard multiple gunshots. Now, obviously, from our vantage point, we were up on the balcony at the Crown Plaza off to my left. We did not hear multiple gunshots either, but I did get word from one of the officers earlier today that there were multiple incidents and there was a suspect apprehended. We talked about it earlier inside the parking lot beneath the Crown Plaza Hotel. So perhaps not multiple gunshot locations, but certainly multiple incidents, and more on that will certainly come out in the coming days. But right now, the scene is, again, like you say, Carolyn, significantly different than it was a while back, and we'll continue to monitor. A couple of officers seen going in and out of the Union Station facility, but again, other than that, this looks a heck of a lot more quote-unquote normal than it was an hour ago, even though clearly nothing about today has been anything resembling normal.
Completely abnormal. Scott, I know at one point I was seeing that, caution tape being the police tape around
it seems that national security threat is actually going more viral than this. Something actually is going on. I cannot tell you exactly what is happening, guys. Something is happening right now with national security threat to United States. I'm not panicking, you relax. Okay, so the government actually, damn, this is actually scary. So our own government actually is saying that there's a national security threat. Their fake national security threat after news breaks that their missing binder confirms that breaking the national security threat brought forward by House Intel Committee Chair Mike Turner is reportedly a breakthrough with Russia's space technology. I want to stick to the topic here on the parade. I don't want to get people panicking, but this is about the Chiefs parade. It just happened during the same time. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to see if I can get you a new perspective.
Wide swath of Union Station. Are you seeing that now? Are people? Yeah. Is there anybody able to get in and out, or could you walk closer now, or is the area still blocked off?
We probably could. We came up here to get a different vantage point from what we had earlier, and I have not tried to go back down. It does not appear that there are officers securing the perimeter at this point. There are some closer to the doors right by. You can see one officer there. Looks like he's entering the facility right now. I'm not sure if our camera can get that far, that shot zoomed in. So there are definitely some police officers that are still wandering, but they are closer to the entrance exit to Union Station. And I cannot see any in the area where the fans were earlier today.
Okay. Very interesting. Scott, thank you so much. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, right now we want to reset and explain what we know about what's happened today.
Yeah, we got reports of a shooting right as that Chiefs parade and the Chiefs rally, the pep rally, was wrapping up just shy of 2 o'clock. Now, this was a scene right next to the stage, to the west of the stage at Union Station, where the shots were allegedly fired. People began to run from the scene. As police began to run to it, to try to stop any potential shooters.
Yeah, police tell us they have taken 2 armed gunmen in custody. Sadly, 1 person has died. At least 14 others are hurt. They were taken to multiple local hospitals, including Children's Mercy. Now, we don't know how old the victims are. At a news conference, Chief Stacey Graves denounced the shooting.
I just have one thing to say. This is not Kansas City.
Hold on, guys. I'm not talking about with the national security threat because I'm trying to stay on topic. And none of that, what is being threatened to us, is happening at the moment. But this is happening at the moment. There are people who are taking care of the threat. We have our own government who is very good. But there could be people on the loose. That's why I'm still talking about it. As for the threat, that happened before this. So that's still ongoing. But I just don't want to talk about that. That's not to talk about. Oh, Stacey Sidney with the 310 stars. She says, this is disgusting. It is very disgusting. Very disgusting. It is. You're right.
Thinking, but still minors. That is just into our newsroom.
For people saying that, I'm telling you what, the government is telling us. I'm going to listen to the government. I really am. Because no one knows more than the government. I'm not going to believe someone that says the earth is flat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be prepared than not prepared. But I'm not scaring anything. I'm only telling you what the government is saying. If they're telling me that, I'm going to listen. I'd rather be prepared than not prepared. I'm not going to be the one that says, don't believe the government. Oh, nothing's happening. Those are the people that end up DIE-ing first than me. No, I'd rather be prepared. Thank you.
9 of those children that have been shot are being treated here. But again, they could be minors, so not necessarily young children, but still so tragic. And the number just keeps rising, it seems.
Okay, again, 9 children being treated at Children's Mercy. Again, we want to reiterate, sadly, that there has been 1 death coming from this right now. Numerous other victims as well at least 2 other hospitals that we know of. Grace, thank you so much for your reporting from there. And we are hearing at least 3 are in serious condition tonight.
It's stunning, to say the least. All right, the Kansas City Chiefs have released an official statement. I believe we have that we can take that. If not, I can just read it. There it is right there. It says, statement from the Kansas City Chiefs. We are truly saddened by the senseless act of violence that occurred outside of Union Station at the conclusion of today's parade and rally. Our hearts go out to the victims, their families, and all of Kansas City. We are in close communication with the mayor's office as well as the Kansas City Police Department. At this time, we have confirmed that all of our players, coaches, staff, and their families are safe and accounted for. We thank the local law enforcement officers and first responders who are on scene to assist. So that's the statement from the Kansas City Chiefs. We saw earlier, a couple of hours ago, Patrick Mahomes tweeted out prayers for everyone involved. So you wonder how this is weighing on them, weighing on the families of those who are now in hospitals recovering. We don't know how seriously, but as Grace just mentioned, that number of the people who are hurt is now up to 18 with 1 dead. And
18! It went from 7 to 10 to 12 to 14 to 15 to 18 now.
You say 3 in critical?
3 in critical condition, 9 of them children being treated for some sort of injuries, or at least minors.
9 of them are children?
At Children's Mercy Hospital.
What?
A scary scene for anybody and a horrifying time for all of these families involved. This is far too severe to say again and again and again what Kansas City is going through today, unfortunately, after what was to be such a celebratory, exciting victory day in Kansas City. Just a sad turn of events, for sure.
We're about 10 minutes away now from another update from the mayor. And I'm actually not sure if the mayor is going to speak. I do know that the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department and Chief Stacey Graves are going to update the media with any updates that have happened since we last heard from them. But one of the things about this and what has happened is that there have been so many different scenes within the one scene. And it's really been a little hard to follow as far as, wait a minute, there was a shooting over here near Union Station, and now they're locking down a hotel over here.
And now we're hearing about potentially other shots fired
from other witnesses, a lot
further west.
There's so much to unpack and so chaotic, and frankly, that's what Kansas City, Missouri police investigators are doing right now. Detectives are combing over all the information that they've gathered, all of the eyewitnesses that they've been speaking with, and it must be a lot of people that they're, questioning and asking, and clearly right now they're interrogating the people that they arrested. So this investigation is still very, very, very early, but we hope to find out just a little bit more in about 9 minutes or so when we get another update from the police.
And we now know FBI, ATF also involved in this one. And we too, like the investigators are doing, are talking to eyewitnesses, trying to put these pieces together to this horrifying puzzle. So let's hear from them now.
I was trying to find my dad. We got separated, and all of a sudden I heard shooter, and everyone started trampling me, where I literally got walked over. And I was still trying to find my dad. I definitely got pushed. It got to a point where I don't even remember who helped me up. Everyone just treated me like I was just a body. I just got walked all over. It's just my leg. My leg's definitely hurting. I'm only 90 pounds, so I have, people that are 150 just walking all over me. It's definitely very scary and it can hurt. I heard the pops and I heard everyone screaming shooter. And then, of course, like my dad definitely has a different story to it. For us, it's God. We definitely praise God for us being okay. We're from Destin, Florida, and that is about a 14-hour drive, and it definitely does frustrate us. I never understood how, because you always see it in the news, but you don't understand that it actually does happen, and it's sad. It's supposed to be a family event.
She's right. She's right.
Again, just one of the many witnesses saying the same thing and reiterating the fact that I know Grace had said there were 9 children and minors being treated at Children's Mercy. Many, like her, treated for injuries because they were stepped on or bumped or pushed aside or what have you. Not necessarily shot in this, but we do know that several were indeed shot, and again, one fatally.
Well, this is a tweet from KCTV5's Betsy Webster. These are updates from Betsy. She says, updates on Chiefs rally shooting victims from area hospitals. University Health, 8 gunshot victims, 3 of them critical. Children's Mercy, 9 gunshot victims, at least 8 of them kids. That's reporting from our Betsy Webster.
So the kids did have gunshot injuries, is what she's hearing. Okay.
Oh, Children's Mercy, 9 gunshot victims, at least 8 of them kids. So your heart sinks when you hear something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the numbers keep rising. Sadly, when we first came to you here at 2 o'clock, we were hearing, a couple people hurt, and we thought it would end there. And these numbers keep rising.
Just keep rising.
It is devastating. News to report to you. We're going to stay on the air with you here as we continue to kind of, like I said, put this horrifying puzzle together and find the different pieces that help us make some sense of it. What we were hearing initially, what we continue to hear, it seems, from many of these witnesses, that started as an argument between 2 people. Apparently, both of them had guns. As the police chief called them, 2 bad actors that made our victory play, if you will, a very tragic day.
Tragic indeed, no doubt about it. So we've had crews all over on the ground. We've been talking to so many people, talking to so many eyewitnesses, the mayor, the police chief, and everyone. You can just tell, trying to wrap their heads around this. I don't use the word shocking very often. I don't like that word because very few times are we literally shocked in this world. This is for those people who were there and for what this was planned and the joy and excitement that was going on. What a shocking development to have gunfire break out, and not just a shot or 2, but multiple shots.
In rapid fire.
In rapid fire that did end up hitting multiple people. One person has died. Their family will be planning a funeral.
That is terrible.
All of the first responders who were there now unpacking what happened in the midst of trying to investigate what happened, and then trying to figure out how to go forward in that investigation. Haven't even really got to the chiefs and their families and the dignitaries that were there, who they were mere yards away from where this happened. I mean, so much to unpack here, and none of it is fun. The parade was fun. The rally was fun. Everything afterwards has been utter chaos, and now it's turned to heartbreak and sorrow.
Yeah, puts a dark cloud over what was to be a fabulous victory for our city and for our favorite team. Let's hear now from some more eyewitnesses that we've been talking to throughout the now evening hours to get their perspective.
We were standing on a wall like to the east side of Union Station, the front of it, and there towards the end of things, I heard something. I couldn't tell if it was fireworks or what, a bunch of pops in succession, and saw a lot of people running, but it was on the opposite side of things, so we couldn't really tell what was going on. And then as we were leaving, there was times that the crowd behind us was running, and we saw cops running back the other direction, but we couldn't really tell what was going on.
We're hearing very similar stories from so many of these witnesses. The sound,
the confusion,
sound, the confusion, and the utter terror that's just set in after this rally there at Union Station this afternoon. Makes you fear that if we have, victories to celebrate like this in this city, like we have gotten to do so many times, luckily, that this is going to have to change the way things are done. Do we have?
So we got 8 plus kids in the hospital. That's fucked up. That right there is messed up. That's crazy. Kids, adults in the hospital. One person has died. We don't know who is this individual that sadly is deceased. Damn, man, this is so messed up. Chat, this is messed up, man. I don't know what to say. Kids, man. I don't know the motive yet, guys. I don't know. I did put a vote and on YouTube, because Facebook is giving me a little bit of issues at the moment. 88% believes that it was planned. 12% thinks that it's not. We don't know the motive just yet. This is insane, man. This is just a tragic story. I don't know. Rarely I'm at loss for words, but I am now. I can't imagine myself or anyone in the chat, family, friends, being put in a position where you just want to have fun. It's like you just can't have fun because there's idiots out there with just weapons that just want to. Regardless, a personal matter or not, if it was personal, why go into a group affair where victims could be hit? My brain, the gray matter in my brain, cannot understand you. I just cannot understand, why would you do that? If there's people around, why do that? It just goes to show that genuinely there are people on this planet that really does not, like, they don't have the careness, that compassion, the moral, the efficacy. They don't have that in their heart. It doesn't exist. Regardless of the type of beef you have, situation, someone hits you, punches you, violates you, disrespects you, breaks a law, you have to keep in mind that you have complete tunnel vision if you do not grasp that there are other people around you. Kids, elderly, women, children, men. Doesn't matter. There are human beings. And you look what you did. There's supposed to be people here. Right now, in another dimension or something, another universe, there are people here. But sadly, in this planet, on this time and space, they're empty because people exist of just harming innocent people. And I cannot fathom that. They make me look like a saint. I know, like, you just on the screen watching this, but they were people on the screen watching the Uvalde kids get killed in a school. The top market with the white supremacists killing none but those people. The shooter that killed all those people in the church. And they over there, people are like, wow, I can't believe that would never happen to me. The next day, what happened? Boom. So tomorrow, you could be a person watching Novesity on YouTube and Facebook. Like, that happened in Kansas City. Rest in peace to those people. I don't think that would ever happen to me. Boom, in the supermarket. Boom, at a baseball game. Boom, at a parade. Boom, at a mall. You never know, man.
Our weather was great. It looked like we were about to have what was possibly maybe a record crowd. Everything was going fantastic. The Chiefs did their parade. They took the stage. They were celebrating. We love listening to Travis Kelce and Patrick. They were having a fantastic time. And so were all the fans, not only at the celebration, but the fans who were watching on KCTV5.
Then is when we heard the shots fired, or at least that's what we're hearing. Shots fired just before 2 o'clock this afternoon. People began to run away from the scene as police began basically to run towards the sounds of that gunfire to try to stop these alleged shooter or shooters.
Yeah, police tell us that they have taken 2 armed gunmen in custody earlier today. Sadly,
here's the latest updates right here.
At least up to 15 to 18 are now. That number continues to fluctuate, but as many as 18 now. That might go up past the 14 that you see on your screen. They were taken to multiple hospitals, including Children's Mercy. We don't know the ages of the victims. At a news conference earlier today, Police Chief Stacey Graves denounced the shooting.
I just have one.
All right, everyone. This seems to be the latest updates as of now. I'm just hurt by this. 1 dead, 18 injured so far. Children. They are just replaying this over and over, but it seems to me that that is the recent updates. I am going to end this podcast, and maybe I think I might be back tonight, maybe. There was a shooting in New York City subway. Yes, there was 2 days ago. I didn't do a podcast on it because at that time I did a podcast on something else. It's hard on multiple stories to do a podcast. Guys, please do me a favor. I tell people on Facebook and YouTube, hit the follow button or subscribe button. It's going to let you know that I'm back. I'm going to be back maybe today, possible, if there's definitely striking updates on this situation that happened. But this seems to be it, where multiple people are injured, including kids, 1 dead, and the victims have been in custody too. 2 suspects, are in custody. Once those mugshots are out, I'm going live. I tell people that all the time. Hit the notification bell on YouTube. Once I go live, it'll let you know immediately. Shout out to my executives, Stacy and Honey. Shout out to my green members on YouTube and Facebook as well. Let's hear this last bit.
Person hurt is terrible. 1 person is dead and several kids are in hospitals right now.
Shooting victims.
Shooting victims. We don't know their conditions. We hope for the best for these kids who are all probably wearing Chiefs gear, who went to the parade with their mom and dad. And here they are now.
We're just about to head home.
We're just about to head home. And what would have been a fabulously memorable day and a day they'll never forget. Well, now they'll never forget for another reason, sadly. All right, our crews have been out gathering, talking with people since this happened. Here's more of what we heard.
We were sitting at a table at the Crown Center bar, and the ladies in front of us all of a sudden turned around and started pointing. We turned around, and everybody out in that courtyard in front of the bar,
Kathy, welcome to the family.
They were flying everywhere, and then people around us were diving to the ground, so we started running down a hallway, and there were a bunch of kids, and my sister and I were running, telling them, get down, get down. It was scary. I mean, just
It's scary.
this doesn't happen in Kansas City, you know?
Anything that is pretty graphic, I'm going to show on the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord. It's pinned on both YouTube and Facebook. It's going to be for Discord members. I cannot show it publicly because it's against TOS. So if you're on Discord, you're going to see it. Again, you could join Discord. It's an application. If you don't know what it is, it's just an application. It's probably one of the best communication applications that you can get out there. Good for grouping, talking. It's a discussion. A lot of people are joining already. Again, don't mute the application, by the way. People are muting it because they're missing out on content there. Don't mute it. Just, members, you are heavily welcome if you are a member on Facebook and YouTube. If you have a crown or a badge, you are heavily welcome there. I am doing an integration where you get priority in there as well. I'm working on that. Just give me a few days. And that seems to be it. This is the latest update as we know. Again, I will be back if there's latest updates. So look out for that. I will let you guys know on the members group on Facebook and YouTube and on the Discord. All right, guys. If you don't know how to get the app, type in Discord on your application, on your Google phone or your Apple device, on the Google Store or the Apple Store. It's called Discord, Discord. All right. I love you guys. May these victims find peace, and whoever is deceased, my heart goes out to you and your family. I'm so sorry for your loss. We are very sorry here over at Novesity. All right, guys, I got a lot of work to do on this case. Even after, please subscribe, hit the like, share. That means a lot to me, especially on YouTube. Hit that like button. All right, guys, I will give you the latest updates as soon as I can. I see you guys over at YouTube. If you have anyone or you know anyone that was there, I would love to give them a live interview here on the podcast. Mad respect, Deanna, mad respect to you too. I appreciate you guys. I will give you the latest updates. All the graphic videos or anything that's tragic like that will be on the Discord, all right? All right, guys. This is a sad case, but always do good and die great, all right? I love you guys over at Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. This is a sad day, but don't let it ruin your day. You are grateful. You are loved. You are alive. Hug your loved ones. It's Valentine's Day. Continue expressing your unconditional love and compassion. Over at Novesity, we love you, we care for you, and you are special, all right? I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.